This is a large delegation of 26 members. It will be followed by two large delegations of Republicans who will be here next week and the week following, led by my counterpart in the Republican Party, Eric Cantor. The significance of that is Eric Cantor and I bring a bipartisan message of support for Israel and for its security and safety. The message we received from Mr. Netanyahu was that he is prepared, as I said, today or tomorrow to go to the negotiating table without any preconditions, and that he believes the only route to peace and stability and security for both the Palestinian people and Israel is to be achieved at the negotiating table. He believes, and we share that view, and as expressed, as I said, in the resolution that was adopted 406 to 7 by the House of Representatives, that the attempt to attain unilateral recognition of statehood through the United Nations will be simply a detour and will delay a solution, not enhance it. With respect to the Congress, clearly the Congress has made it clear in its resolution that it believes that the seeking of unilaterally of recognition will be contrary to the Camp David Accords. It will be contrary to the understandings that the Israelis and the Palestinians have had for a long period of time now, that peace was achievable and stability through negotiations between the two parties, not by either party seeking outside confirmation of its own position. Clearly, both parties will have to agree to a resolution. They will not be imposed either by the United Nations or by the United States or by the quartet. So that is our hope, and I will be sending a message, or not sending a message, I will be urging President Abbas, consistent with the understandings between the parties historically, that the only way to see progress is through bilateral negotiations between the two of them. That's the message I will be delivering to Mr. Abbas. No financial challenges that confront the United States, which, by the way, are confronting nations throughout the world, none of those will have any adverse effect on America's determination to meet its promise to Israel in the form of aid for its qualitative superiority or for its economic security. I want to make that clear. I think that it was the observation of the Prime Minister that President Obama has spoken a number of times about that issue, and that after discussions, he thinks they're pretty much in agreement with what will need to be done in the future. I think it's clear that the President did not mean the 67 borders. He made it clear that that was subject to additional modifications, and I think that the Prime Minister believed that to be the case as well. I think it's clear that Secretary Clinton has made it clear, the President has made it clear, that President Assad, through his actions, has lost his legitimacy as the leader of Syria, and that our government clearly believes that it's time for him to I'm not sure, I don't want to go that far because I want to check first on the administration's position. However, they have made it very clear that they believe President Assad has lost his legitimacy as the leader of Syria. Let me say for myself, and I believe the delegation, we all regret and condemn the violence that is being perpetrated against citizens of Syria who desire to have, as we have seen throughout the Arab world, the opportunity to live free, be able to make their decisions as to who governs them. There was a demonstrator, you may enjoy this, in Tahrir Square, who I saw interviewed on CNN. He talked about what he wanted. He wanted an opportunity to vote for his leaders. He wanted an opportunity to be able to come together with his friends and make his political point. He wanted to have the opportunity to say what he thought when he wanted to say it. And he said a number of other things about freedom of religion and other things. And I said to my colleague who was sitting next to me, I said, it sounds to me like he wants to live in Israel. Thank you all very much.